Welcome student. Today's our topic is ISCSI protocol stack. In this protocol stack, this figure is analyzing or displaying the model of this protocol layer and that depicting the encapsulation order of SCSI command over the delivery through the physical carriers. So SCSI is a command protocol that work at application layer on the open system interconnection OSI model, and the initiators and targets use the SCSI command and respond to talk to each other. So the SCSI command descriptor block data and status messages are encapsulated into the TCP IP and transmitted across the network between the initiators and targets. So ISCSI is a session layer protocol and that initiate the reliable session between the devices that recognize the SCSI component TCP IP. So ISCSI session layer interface is responsible for handling the login, authentication, target discovery, or the session management. So TCP is used with the ISCSI in transport layer. Now, to provide the reliable transmission. Now, the TCP controls manages the flow, or you can say windowing, or error recovery, or retransmissions. So it relies upon the network layer of the OSI model to provide the global addressing and connectivity. So the layer 2 protocols at the data link layer of this model enable node to node uh, communication through a physical network. So this is the ISCSI protocol stack. Now this ISCSI PDU means protocol data unit. So now see this figure where the basic information unit in the ISCSI moment, and this ISCSI initiative and targets communicate with each other using the ISCSI PDUs. So this communication includes the establishing of ISCSI connections and ISCSI session, performing ISCSI discovery, handling ISCSI commands and data. So the receiver SCSI status, or you can say the all ISCSI PDUs contains only one mode header segments followed by zero or more data in moment. Now all SCSI PDUs contain one or more header segment that is followed by zero or more data segments. So PDU is then encapsulated into the IP packets to facilitate the transportation. So a PDU include the component which is showing at here. This IP header provides the packet router information to move the packet across the network, and TCP header contains the information required the guarantee and packets delivery to the target. So this ISCSI header, that is the basic header segment, describes how to expect the SCSI commands and data for the target ISCSI add an additional CRC. So that is known as digest to ensure the datagram integrity. So this is an addition to TCP checksum and Ethernet CRC. So header and the data digest are optionally used in the PDUs to validate the integrity and data management. Now each this figure is having the SCSI PDU that does not correspond to one-to-one relationship with an IP packets, because depending on the size as an ISCSI PDUs can span in IP packets or even context even coexist. This PDU can span over the IP or even coexist with the another PDUs in the SAM packets. Uh, This is the FC IP protocol stack. This FC IP means the FC SAN provides a high performance infrastructure for localized data movement, and the organization are now looking for the way of transporting the data over the long distance between the between their separate SAN at the multiple geographical locations. Now the best way to achieve this goal is to interconnect the geographically dispersed SAN through the reliable high-speed link. So this approach involves the transporting the fiber channel block data over the IP infrastructure, that is APC-IP, and it is the tunneling protocol that enabling the distributed APC-LAN to the interconnected over the existing IP-based network. So this APC-IP protocol stack has rapidly gained acceptance as a manageable, cost-effective ways to blend the best of the two worlds, that is APC and the from one widely deployed the IP infrastructure. So as a result, the organization is now have a better way to store the packet, protect and move their data by leveraging the investments in their existing name. Now, the organization is now have a better way to protect the move their data leveraging investment in their existing IP infrastructure. So FC IP is extensively used to disaster recovery implementation in the data in which is duplicated to the storage location as a remote site. फिर आता है after that it is the FCIP encapsulation. So FCIP protocol stack, and this stack is showing in the figure. Okay, and the application generated SCSC command and data which are processed by the various layers of the protocol stack. Now, the upper layer of the protocol of the SCSI that is to be included into the SCSI driver diagram, and that it executed only the read and write commands. So below the SCSI layer is the fiber channel protocol FCP layer, and which is simply the fiber. So channel frame whose payload is SCSI, and the FCP layers provide on top of the fiber channel transport layer. So this enables the FCP frame to run the natively within the SAN fabric environment. In addition to this, the APC frames can be encapsulated into the IP packets and sent to the remote SAN over the IP. So this APC IP layer encapsulates the fiber channel frames onto the IP payload and passes them to the TCP layer. TCP and IP are used for transporting the encapsulated information across the Ethernet, wireless, or other media that supports the TCP IP traffics. Now, this encapsulation of APC frame into an IP packets that should cause the IP packets to be fragmented when the data link cannot support the maximum transmission unit, that is MTU size of an IP packet. So the IP packet is fragmented and required part of the header, and that must be copied to all fragment. So when the TCP packet is segmented, the normal TCP operations are responsible for receiving and resequencing the data prior to the passing it on to the APC processing process of the devices. And the reference of this is from this book, Information Storage and Management. Thanks to all of you. Thank you.